Okay, so now that we've gone over some of the hardware differences between the AllSteady 6 and the AllSteady Motion, I kind of want to go over some of the software differences because the older style gimbal didn't require a GUI that could handle encoders, and the new one does. So on the old AllSteady 6, we used GUI version 2.43b9. The only problem with that GUI version is when you upgraded the GUI to a new one, as they've come up with updates because it's an open source software, it would erase all the settings on the gimbal. With the AllSteady Motion, we use the new encoder version of the GUI 2.55b7, and that version of the GUI does not erase the settings on the gimbal if you do decide to upgrade, so it makes it a lot easier for the customer. Part of that software difference, though, allows us to kind of write the gimbal specifically with custom profiles as opposed to weight loads. So the AllSteady 6, when it first came, you would have basically different settings, or your profiles would be for different weight loads of camera. 1 would be your lightweight camera, 2 is your medium weight camera, 3 is your heavy camera, 4 and 5 are your accessory modes, where it's all still going to be followed, but it's based off of the weight of the camera. With the AllSteady Motion, that one profile works for all the different cameras, your lightweight, medium, heavy, everything from the little Sony A7S all the way up to your Red Epic. So what we can do now, because we don't have to write different power settings for different weights of camera, we can actually write you 5 custom profiles. So where this one really had the same profile for all 5, but it was for different weights of camera, this one actually has 5 completely different profiles, where profile 1 will be a full lock mode, profile 2 is a vertical lock mode, profile 3 is a slow follow, 4 is a full follow, and 5 is going to be your accessory, where you can either do it inverted mode with a monopod, which I'll show you, or you can do it connected to a multi-rotor or a crane or something like that. So to show you more of the examples of what the difference is over the profiles, I'm actually going to demo one here for you. And I will start with this one here. Go ahead and power it on. Now, one of the differences also between the AllSteady 6 and the AllSteady Motion is the AllSteady 6 would always default back to the profile 4, basically, your accessory profile. On the AllSteady Motion, it's going to always go back to whatever the last profile you're using was. So with the AllSteady Motion, we'll go ahead and start it up here. I just want to give it a second there as the gimbal warms up and levels out. We'll start up in mode 1, and you do that by pressing the joystick once. You'll get a beep indicating that you're in mode 1. Now mode 1 is a full lock mode, so it does not matter how I move the joystick or the handlebars, it stays pointed. Now you can move the joystick to wherever you want to point to, but as you move the handlebars, your camera will stay locked. Okay. Mode 2, it's going to be a vertical lock. So as you move the handlebars up and down, the camera is going to stay positioned on what you want. But as you yaw left and right, it will fall in. Mode 3 is going to be a full follow, but nice and slow. Mode 4 is a full follow. And then mode 5 is your accessory mode. So it's still a full follow, but this is if you're going to disconnect the gimbal and connect it to a crane or a jib or a multi-rotor or anything that has a Manfrotto 577 adaptable quick release plate. Because if you remove the handlebars here, this will slide right into your standard quick release plate that you can mount onto anything. So a car, an airplane, a roof, whatever you want that you can mount this plate to, this will slide right in there for the gimbal. Now for your accessory mode, mode 5. Now that's also for inverted mode. So if you want to run inverted mode, one thing you have to do is take off the top bar. What we're going to do is grab the gimbal and go ahead, put it upside down. What you want to do is go ahead and rotate it so that it's upside down. Go ahead and power on the gimbal. And it'll recognize that you started in inverted mode and be ready to go. And in mode 5, the joystick is reversed so that the controls are standard when you're in inverted mode. Now take it out of inverted mode. The only thing you have to do is turn it off, rotate back Standard. Turn the gimbal over. Everything up. Turn it on. And the gimbal's right back to normal. Also, with the AllSteady Motion, you can get the monopod conversion plate, which on the very top here allows you to screw either a quick release plate directly onto the top of the gimbal, which makes it very easy to slide in and out with the quick release plate, or you can actually just screw a monopod directly into the top, and then when you're running in inverted mode, it's very easy just to set the gimbal down in inverted mode, make your adjustments, and then keep on going shooting. We also have our articulating arm. It makes a great monitor mount here. This mounts a 25mm carbon tube, and you can mount it on either side here. You just loosen the one screw, and you can articulate the arm to any place that you want, tighten it down, and that monitor will be, or whatever device you have locked on there. And then you can also rotate that inverted for inverted mode as well. So that's going to be the major differences between the AllSteady 6 and the AllSteady Motion, but the biggest difference is going to be the encoders and the ability to correct for everything. So thank you for watching the video and have a good day.